Attention mortgage professionals. I just helped a mortgage company make $580,000 in new revenue in 90 days, and here's how I did it. They brought me in as a consultant because they are one of the largest online rate sites in the nation, and they were unhappy with the amount of customers that were coming from all of the online leads that they were generating. So I went into the organization and I looked at their sales funnel, and what they were doing is they were taking the leads from the internet, putting them into Salesforce. Salesforce was ranking the leads, and they were giving the highest quality leads to the greatest closers in the organization. Now, that's all well and good, and that's how a lot of sales organizations operate, but there's a massive problem. You see, what was happening was the loan officers weren't calling all of the leads. They were looking at the credit scores, which were self-assessed, so they were totally non-factual on the form, but they were taking them and they were only calling the people that said they had good credit because those are the ones that they could qualify. So roughly half of the leads weren't getting phone calls. So what I did was I installed a concierge department inside the organization. So all of the leads, instead of going to the loan officers, because loan officers should not be making cold calls, they should not be chasing leads, they should be talking to borrowers and taking applications or meeting with referral partners and getting those referral partners to send them applications. That's the whole job as a mortgage professional. That's how you make all of the money, right? So the concierge was responsible for calling all of the web form leads back within 5 minutes, picking up the phone in real time so nobody ever went to voicemail, and making sure that every single lead got a phone call, text messages, and emails over the first 6 months so that we could make sure that we turn as many of those appointments into actual qualified applicants for the loan officers. So what happened? Well, they went from booking 12% of the leads that they generated into appointments to booking 20% of the leads into actual qualified appointments. So these are people that have spoken to a concierge, told them all about their scenario, and then got placed with a loan officer to take the application. Of those new applicants that we were giving over, so that addition, the delta between 12 and 20, that additional business equated to $580,000 in revenue in the first 90 days by changing one thing: putting a concierge in the business. Listen, if you're generating leads, there's 3 things that you can do to instantly become more profitable. Number 1, pick up your phone every single time. If it's after hours, a concierge should be picking up that phone. If it's during business hours, you shouldn't be sending them to your cell phone. You are losing money on those people that are going to voicemail because they are on the internet, and if you don't pick up the phone, they're just going to call the next number that's in front of them. 72% of mortgage consumers do business with the first mortgage lender that they talk to. Pick up your phone, you will make more money. Number 2, when you get a web form lead, you call them back in the first 5 minutes. Harvard Business Review published a study that shows that there's a 900% increase in the number of people that you talk to if you call them back within the first 5 minutes of them filling out your web form. And then the third thing that you need to do to make more money is make sure that there is a minimum of 7 phone calls in your follow-up to those prospects. Because, again, in that same Forbes article, it shows us that if you do that, you will more than double the number of leads that you turn into actual consumers at that mark in your follow-up. When you get to 7 phone calls, that's when you can tail off and say, okay, I worked that lead, right? But not up until that point. So you do those 3 things, you will close far more business. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you'd like more great sales tips like this, go ahead, follow the channel, and make sure you check out the link in the bio. I've got a free training that shows you the 7 most profitable pathways in your mortgage business and how to immediately make more sales.